Have you ever wondered why you were born in your particular month under your specific zodiac sign? What if I told you that the timing of your birth wasn't random at all, but actually reveals profound secrets about your soul's journey across multiple lifetimes? This seemingly simple detail, the month of your birth, might hold the key to understanding not just who you are in this life, but who you've been across centuries of existence. Edgar Cayce, the renowned spiritual teacher, revealed that our birth timing is part of a divine cosmic plan. According to his teachings, nothing about your arrival on Earth happened by chance. The stars aligned in precisely the way your soul needed for this incarnation. Has this ever happened to you? Feeling an inexplicable connection to certain time periods, places, or even specific zodiac energies that seem to call to you from beyond this lifetime? The earthly calendar we use to mark the passing of days is actually a sophisticated spiritual technology, concealing profound keys to eternity within its cycles. Your birth month creates a portal, a unique energetic gateway that reveals volumes about your eternal soul journey. What you're about to discover might surprise you as we explore how the 12 zodiac signs represent different stages of spiritual evolution. But before we begin, please hit the like button and let me know where in the world you're watching from today. It's always fascinating seeing who's joining us from around the world. And if you haven't already, make sure to hit that subscribe button and turn on the notification bell so you don't miss any of our future videos. Stay with me until the end of this video because Edgar Cayce's revelations about birth months go far deeper than conventional astrology. This isn't about daily horoscopes or personality traits. It's about understanding the very essence of your immortal soul. Each zodiac sign, according to Cayce, represents a distinct stage in the cycle of spiritual evolution, acting as a mirror reflecting the eternal journey of your soul through countless reincarnations. Consider those born under Aries, between March and April. These are what Cayce described as reborn spirits, often young, impetuously passionate souls beginning fresh stages of their cosmic journey. Many Aries souls are experiencing their first conscious incarnations, which explains why they feel everything with such remarkable intensity. There's an urgency to their discovery of the world, a fire that burns with purpose. Their current life lesson involves learning to control powerful impulses and channel their tremendous strength through the transformative power of love. The spiritual significance of your birth month tells a story that spans beyond this single lifetime. It speaks to where you've been, what you've learned, and the specific lessons your soul has chosen to focus on in this current incarnation. Your zodiac sign isn't just a label. It's a spiritual timestamp marking your position along an eternal path of evolution. Have you ever felt inexplicably drawn to certain spiritual concepts or practices? Or perhaps you've experienced déjà vu that seem to transcend time itself. These may be echoes from your soul's journey across the zodiac wheel, whispers of wisdom from past incarnations seeking to guide you in this life. If these spiritual revelations about birth months and soul journeys resonated with you, subscribe to join our community of seekers. Each video is designed to illuminate another aspect of your eternal soul's path. Now, I want to go even deeper into this topic, beyond the fiery beginnings of Aries souls. As we journey through the zodiac wheel, we encounter the steadfast Taurus souls, born between April and May. These spirits embody a profound transformation in the soul's evolution. Having weathered the initial tests and challenges of earlier incarnations, Taurus souls now seek something different: stability, security, and a firm foundation upon which to build their spiritual house. The hidden truth about Taurus souls is that their current fixation on material security often stems from past lives marked by extreme scarcity or sensory overindulgence. In previous incarnations, these souls may have experienced crushing poverty, or perhaps swung to the other extreme, becoming lost in sensory pleasures without boundaries. Their current mission involves the delicate balance of harmonizing earthly pleasures with responsibility and generosity, learning that true abundance comes not from hoarding resources, but from the mindful stewardship of what they've been blessed with. When we move to those born under Gemini, between May and June, we encounter souls vibrating at the frequency of eternal learning. These spirits are the cosmic communicators, the messengers whose journey spans an intriguing paradox. Many Gemini souls have lived previous lives in profound, sometimes forced silence, perhaps as monks sworn to vows of silence, prisoners denied voice, or those who simply never found the courage to speak their truth. Others swung to the opposite extreme with uncontrolled verbosity, speaking without wisdom or restraint. Their current incarnation represents a pivotal journey toward mental integration. They're here to explore the vast landscape of ideas, cultures, philosophies, and thought systems, not merely for intellectual stimulation, but as a soul quest to finally understand both the world around them and the complex dualities within themselves. This explains why so many Geminis feel that inexplicable pull toward knowledge. That sense that the next book, the next conversation, or the next insight might finally bring the inner alignment they've sought across multiple lifetimes. When Cancer arrives on our cosmic journey, those born between June and July, we encounter ancient souls of remarkable sensitivity. These nurturers of the zodiac carry within them spiritual memories that stretch far into the past. If you're a Cancer or know someone who is, you're witnessing a soul engaged in the sacred work of reconnection, especially with family bonds that may have been severed or damaged in previous incarnations. These spirits have experienced profound loss in their soul history. Now they return with a divine mission to rebuild what was broken, to welcome those who have been turned away, to protect the vulnerable, and to create environments of genuine affection that they themselves may have been denied. In earlier lifetimes, their emotional depth isn't weakness, it's wisdom acquired through centuries of soul experience. The remarkable revelations about these zodiac energies invite us to look beyond personality traits and into the actual purpose behind our incarnations. What wounds from past lives might you be healing in this current existence? What soul contracts might you be fulfilling through your relationships? Type, "My soul remembers" in the comments if you've ever experienced those inexplicable feelings of recognition, with places you've never been, with skills you've never learned, or with people you've just met but somehow feel you've known forever. These cosmic patterns of soul evolution continue to unfold as we journey to the radiant energy of Leo, born between July and August. If you've ever encountered a Leo's magnetic presence, you're witnessing the spiritual blueprint of a soul who has walked the corridors of power before. Edgar Cayce revealed that most Leo souls have occupied significant leadership positions in past incarnations, perhaps as rulers, nobility, influential artists, or spiritual leaders who commanded attention and respect. Their current journey, however, represents a profound spiritual recalibration. Many return now after lives marked by pride, arrogance, or misused power. The golden revelation behind Leo's journey is learning the sacred art of humble leadership, how to shine brightly without dimming the light of others, how to guide without dominating, how to lead with the heart rather than the ego. This explains why authentic Leos feel such internal conflict when they receive recognition. Part of them craves the spotlight, while another part questions whether they deserve it. This internal dialogue isn't merely personality, it's their soul processing wisdom across the threshold of multiple lifetimes. Moving into the meticulous energy of Virgo, born between August and September, we encounter souls on a different spiritual quest, the pursuit of divine perfection through service. These spirits have navigated through numerous soul tests and return with a heightened awareness of detail that might seem obsessive to others. Yet behind this mindset lies a profound spiritual catalyst. Many Virgoan souls failed in the details in previous incarnations, perhaps overlooking critical elements that led to larger failures or harm. Their current journey involves the transformative realization that true perfection isn't found in rigid structures or flawless execution, but in the purity of intention and action. This explains why many Virgos experience such inner conflict. They're navigating between the memory of past mistakes and the promise of redemption through mindful service to others. Their meticulous nature isn't merely personality, it's spiritual wisdom being integrated across the veil of time. When we arrive at the balanced energy of Libra, born between September and October, we encounter souls who have experienced the painful impact of extremes. These spirits have lived previous lives of excess, perhaps of wealth without charity, power without justice, or pleasure without consideration for others. Now they return as natural harmony seekers and conciliators, not because they're avoiding conflict, but because they carry the soul memory of the devastation caused by selfishness and division. Their current incarnation represents a profound spiritual reckoning, returning to harmonize the very relationships they once fractured, to bring justice where they once planted discord or remained in silent omission. This explains why Libras often struggle with decisions. It's not mere indecisiveness, but their soul carefully weighing all perspectives to avoid repeating the imbalances of past lives. Their pursuit of fairness isn't simply a personality trait, it's cosmic wisdom, acquired through difficult spiritual lessons. Subscribe now to continue exploring the ancient wisdom that Edgar Cayce revealed about your soul's journey. Our channel serves as a lighthouse for spiritual travelers seeking deeper understanding of their cosmic purpose. The journey through these signs reveals a consistent pattern. We're all engaged in a grand cosmic curriculum, learning lessons that span far beyond a single lifetime. Have you ever noticed yourself repeatedly facing the same type of challenge? Type "healing my past" in the comments if you recognize these spiritual patterns working through your own life circumstances. The spiritual intensity deepens as we explore the profound waters of Scorpio, those born between October and November. These are among the most misunderstood souls in the zodiac, often labeled as mysterious or intimidating, when what we're actually witnessing is a soul that has experienced the ultimate transformation, death itself, repeatedly throughout their incarnations. Edgar Cayce revealed that Scorpio souls carry within them the unconscious spiritual memory of profound losses, devastating betrayals, or even tragic deaths from previous lifetimes. This explains the remarkable depth you sense in Scorpio individuals. It isn't merely personality, but wisdom acquired through intense soul experiences that most others haven't yet encountered. Their current incarnation represents a sacred alchemical journey, transforming pain into healing, shadow into light, darkness into revelation. When a Scorpio seems to see right through you, they're accessing intuitive abilities honed through centuries of navigating the hidden realms. They are the soul alchemists of the zodiac, the guardians of invisible truths that most would prefer to avoid confronting. As we travel to the expansive energy of Sagittarius, born between November and December, we encounter the cosmic freedom seekers. These spirits carry within their soul memory the experience of numerous cultures, belief systems, and philosophical traditions from past incarnations. Many Sagittarians were wandering teachers, spiritual masters, or explorers in previous lives, souls who crossed boundaries both physical and metaphysical in pursuit of greater truth. Their current journey involves a delicate spiritual integration, uniting the vast wisdom they've accumulated with a newfound sense of responsibility and respect for others' paths. This explains Why Sagittarians often feel such restlessness when confined by rigid structures or limited perspectives. Their soul remembers the liberation of broader horizons. Their optimism isn't naivete. It's the confidence of a spirit that has witnessed the ultimate resilience of truth across centuries of human experience. When we arrive at the disciplined energy of Capricorn, born between December and January, we encounter some of the oldest souls in the zodiac wheel. These spirits often return with a specific mission to complete significant tasks left unfinished in previous incarnations. Many Capricorn souls have lived lives marked by either excessive ambition that harmed others or by escaping responsibilities they had agreed to fulfill. Their current journey represents a profound spiritual commitment to structure, build, and fulfill missions with integrity and patience. This explains why Capricorns often seem old, even when young. They carry the weight of ancient spiritual promises seeking completion. Their remarkable endurance isn't merely stubborn determination. It's the quiet confidence of a soul that understands the true nature of time, that everything worthwhile requires sustained effort, and everything meaningful has its precise moment of manifestation. What's fascinating about these soul patterns is how they reveal that what we often dismiss as mere personality traits are actually windows into our soul's ongoing journey. The challenges you face today may be completing spiritual curriculum begun centuries ago. If you've ever felt an inexplicable attraction to certain time periods, cultures, or spiritual practices, type "awakening memories" in the comments if you sense your soul recognizing aspects of its own long journey through these descriptions. Our cosmic journey continues as we explore the revolutionary energy of Aquarius, born between January and February. These visionary spirits embody a fascinating pattern in the soul's evolution. Edgar Cayce revealed that most Aquarian souls carry within them the spiritual memory of participating in communities or movements dedicated to freedom, equality, and collective awakening. Many were involved in social revolutions, spiritual reformations, or pioneering scientific breakthroughs in past incarnations. Their current journey represents a divine mission to innovate, reform, and awaken human consciousness to new possibilities. This explains why Aquarians often feel like outsiders. They're literally vibrating at a different frequency, seeing potential futures that others can't yet perceive. Their seemingly eccentric ideas aren't random. They're glimpses of paradigm shifts, waiting to manifest. The detachment that Aquarians sometimes display isn't coldness, but the perspective of a soul that has witnessed the rise and fall of entire civilizations and understands that true revolution begins in consciousness. When we arrive at the mystical waters of Pisces, born between February and March, we encounter the closing chapter of the zodiac's spiritual curriculum. These souls represent some of the oldest, wisest spirits currently incarnated on Earth. After countless journeys through the cosmic classroom, Piscean souls return with infinite compassion, born from having experienced human suffering in its most profound depths across multiple lifetimes. Their current incarnation represents a sacred calling to serve, forgive, and love unconditionally. This explains the remarkable empathy that defines authentic Pisces individuals. Their ability to feel others' pain isn't merely sensitivity, but wisdom acquired through centuries of soul experience. Many Pisceans struggle with boundaries, not from weakness, but because they function as living bridges between worlds, the seen and unseen, the material and spiritual, the temporal and eternal. The dreamy quality often attributed to Pisces isn't escapism, but their natural ability to perceive beyond the veil that separates dimensions. What becomes clear when we step back and view the entire zodiac wheel through this spiritual lens is that we're looking at nothing less than a divine blueprint for soul evolution. Each sign represents a specific stage in the soul's journey toward greater awareness and love. Edgar Cayce emphasized that no one is born when and where they are by accident. Every birth represents precise spiritual timing, orchestrated by forces beyond our comprehension. The order of the signs themselves tells a profound story. We begin with the fiery self-discovery of Aries and conclude with the boundless compassion of Pisces, with each sign between representing critical lessons the soul must master. This sequential spiritual curriculum explains why certain souls feel naturally drawn to the qualities of signs different from their own. They may be preparing for lessons they'll explore more deeply in future incarnations. The zodiac isn't merely a system for categorizing personality traits. It's a cosmic mirror reflecting the soul's ongoing transformation across the threshold of multiple lifetimes. If you've experienced sudden recognition while reading about a sign that isn't your own, type past life connection in the comments if you sense your soul has journeyed through that energy in previous incarnations. Now, I want to go even deeper into this topic by exploring how our souls actually navigate through this cosmic curriculum. The zodiac represents not just 12 personality types, but a complete spiritual journey with a profound beginning and completion cycle. We start in Aries, fiery, impulsive, discovering the world with fresh eyes, and we conclude in Pisces, having developed the compassion and wisdom to transcend the material realm altogether. This soul journey isn't linear or predictable. Along the way, we fall and rise, we love and lose, we make profound mistakes, and learn to forgive both ourselves and others. The transformation happens not in perfect sequence, but through the messy, authentic experience of confronting our shadow aspects across multiple lifetimes. Your soul travels through the zodiac much like a river flows toward the sea of full consciousness, sometimes meandering, sometimes rushing forward, sometimes pooling in quiet reflection, but always moving toward greater awareness. The hidden truth about your current birth sign is that it represents a chapter, not the entire story of your soul. If you were born under Capricorn, for instance, your soul has likely already walked long journeys through many previous incarnations. If you're a Gemini, perhaps you're currently focused on the phase of mental integration and learning. But here's the crucial revelation. There is no hierarchy of spiritual value in this system. Being born under Pisces isn't better than being born under Taurus. Each stage has its own sacred beauty, its own divine purpose in the greater scheme of soul evolution. Edgar Cayce shared a profound insight that challenges our linear thinking about spiritual development. He taught that souls don't simply progress through the signs in order and then graduate from the zodiac. Instead, the process is far more dynamic and intentional. Often, a Piscean spirit, having absorbed deep compassion and wisdom, will choose to return as an Aries, beginning again with simplicity and directness. A soul that has mastered the charismatic leadership of Leo might return under that sign specifically to relearn humility in a different context. This reveals the cosmic dance that our souls engage in. The zodiac isn't a straight line, but a spiral of growth. We reincarnate according to the specific lessons still pending for our spiritual development. What appears as random chance to our limited perception is actually orchestrated with incredible precision by forces that the ego cannot comprehend. Your birth timing represents perfect spiritual engineering, placing you exactly where your soul needs to be for its next stage of awakening. The most fascinating aspect of this understanding is how it transforms our relationship with challenging traits. What you might consider your biggest weakness may actually be the exact quality your soul chose to develop in this lifetime. If you find yourself repeatedly facing certain patterns or struggles, it might be the universe's way of creating the conditions for profound growth. Type "My Sign's Purpose" in the comments. If you're beginning to see your astrological placement not as random chance, but as divine orchestration for your soul's unique journey. Now, I want to go even deeper into this topic by exploring how this cosmic understanding transforms your relationship with yourself. When you begin to view your zodiac sign not as a random personality profile, but as a deliberate spiritual stage, something profound shifts in your consciousness. You start to honor your incarnation with genuine respect. The traits you once judged harshly in yourself, perhaps the Taurian stubbornness or the Gemini changeability, suddenly appear as sacred tools for soul growth rather than flaws to be corrected. This mindset revolution creates space for authentic self-discovery. You stop asking surface-level questions like, "What's my sign?" and begin asking the deeper question that your soul has been waiting for. What does my soul want with this particular earthly experience? This simple shift in perspective transforms your life journey from random happenstance into meaningful pilgrimage. Every challenge becomes curriculum, every relationship becomes a teacher, every struggle becomes an opportunity for awakening to your true nature. The hidden wisdom revealed through studying the zodiac through spiritual light is that your birth wasn't an accident, but a sacred reunion. Edgar Cayce consistently taught that nothing about your arrival was left to chance. Your spirit specifically chose your birth date, your zodiac sign, your family constellation, even the city of your birth. Every detail of your entrance into this world was orchestrated with divine precision, serving a greater purpose in your soul's evolution. Even when that purpose seems unclear, through the lens of your current circumstances, the cosmic blueprint remains perfectly designed. This understanding creates a powerful framework for making sense of the inexplicable feelings many of us experience but rarely discuss. Have you ever walked into a place you've never visited before and felt an overwhelming sense of familiarity? Have you met someone for the first time and instantly recognized them at a soul level? Have you picked up a skill with unusual ease, as if your hands already knew the movements? These experiences aren't imagination. They're glimpses of your soul's vast journey across multiple lifetimes. Your birth sign functions as a cosmic key that can help you understand both how many doors you've already opened in past incarnations and which doors remain to be explored in your current or future lifetimes. The qualities that come naturally to you likely represent lessons your soul has already mastered, while your greatest challenges often point toward the growth your soul has specifically incarnated to pursue in this lifetime. The extraordinary revelation in this understanding is that you're not beginning your spiritual journey with this lifetime. You're continuing it. The soul amnesia we experience at birth conceals, but doesn't erase the wisdom, talents, and unresolved challenges carried forward from previous incarnations. If certain connections, spiritual concepts, or historical periods inexplicably resonate with you, drop soul recognition activated in the comments if you believe your higher self is attempting to reconnect you with important aspects of your spiritual journey that extend beyond this single lifetime. Now, I want to go even deeper into this topic by exploring the profound purpose behind your specific zodiac placement. Edgar Cayce revealed that many of us are born under signs that represent specific spiritual tests we've chosen to face in this incarnation. This isn't random assignment, but deliberate soul curriculum. Those born under Virgo, for instance, may have specifically incarnated to redeem errors of excessive control or perfectionism from previous lifetimes. Those with Scorpio placements might be directly addressing emotional wounds that span centuries of incarnations. The revelation that transforms your relationship with your challenging traits is that none of this represents punishment or cosmic judgment. What appears as suffering or limitation from the human perspective is actually sacred re-education of The soul, the traits you struggle with most, perhaps the Aries impatience or the Cancer hypersensitivity, aren't flaws, but precisely calibrated growth opportunities your soul selected before birth. Your birth sign functions as a spiritual lens that magnifies certain themes throughout your incarnation, bringing specific lessons into sharp focus while temporarily blurring others. This explains why certain patterns seem to repeat throughout your life, while other challenges barely touch you. Some souls incarnate specifically to learn about establishing healthy boundaries, while others come to master the art of surrender. Some return to learn about authentic love, others to develop forgiveness, but all souls, without exception, come with the ultimate intention to evolve. This understanding revolutionizes your mindset about your life purpose. You aren't here merely to exist, to accumulate possessions, achieve status, or simply survive. You're here to transform, to become more conscious, more compassionate, more authentic than when you arrived. Your birth sign represents a critical tool in this transformation process, highlighting exactly which qualities require your spiritual attention in this lifetime. One of the most counterintuitive teachings Edgar Cayce shared was that the most experienced spirits often choose the most difficult trials, not because they wish to suffer, but precisely because they're spiritually prepared to navigate these challenges. Your natal sign represents one of these deliberately chosen trials. It points not only to your natural virtues and talents, but also, perhaps more importantly, to the specific tendencies you need to redirect or transform. This explains why you might simultaneously excel in certain areas while struggling profoundly with others. The areas of natural talent often represent lessons your soul has already mastered in previous incarnations, while your greatest challenges typically highlight the exact curriculum your soul has chosen for this lifetime. When you approach your difficult traits not as cosmic punishment, but as deliberately chosen soul curriculum, everything shifts. What once felt like limitation becomes liberation, an opportunity to heal ancient patterns and awaken to your true spiritual potential. If you're noticing how your greatest struggles seem perfectly designed to address your specific areas of needed growth, type Soul Curriculum Activated in the comments if you recognize this divine orchestration at work in your own life journey. Now, I want to go even deeper into this topic by exploring the interplay of shadow and light within each zodiac placement. If you've ever felt a disconnect between your sign's description and your lived experience, Edgar Cayce offers a profound revelation. You may be experiencing what spiritual teachers call living in the shadow of your sign. This doesn't indicate failure or spiritual regression. It simply means you're encountering the unintegrated aspects of your sign's energy that require healing and awareness. The shadow isn't something to fear or avoid. It's the unilluminated side of learning, the aspect of yourself that hasn't yet been brought into conscious awareness. A Libra in shadow might obsess over others' approval rather than finding inner balance. A Taurus in shadow might cling to possessions rather than embodying true security. But Cayce emphasized that we shouldn't blame ourselves for these patterns. This shadow work represents a natural phase in the soul's evolution. When we finally accept the lesson hidden within these challenging traits, something miraculous happens. The light naturally returns, and the soul blossoms in authentic expression. This understanding reveals something even more profound. Your essential nature transcends the temporary aspects of your zodiac sign. In Pisces, many souls get temporarily lost in overwhelming sensitivity. In Leo, some become entangled in pride or excessive self-focus. In Capricorn, others might retreat into emotional coldness or rigid control. But these expressions aren't your permanent identity. They're simply temporary aspects of your journey toward wholeness. The true spirit within you exists beyond the sign itself. Your natal chart shows where your soul currently is in its evolutionary journey, not who you fundamentally are. The eternal spirit is light in perpetual movement, using these temporary zodiac energies as vehicles for growth, but never fully contained by them. Behind this cosmic understanding lies a revolutionary perspective on your very existence. From the spiritual viewpoint that Edgar Cayce illuminated, your birth wasn't random chance or biological accident. It was a deliberate choice made in the spiritual realm before your arrival. You actively participated in this sacred decision. Together with spiritual mentors and friendly guides, you carefully planned the precise details of your life. Your sign placement, your family dynamics, your core challenges, all as curriculum for soul growth. This perspective transforms how you view even your most difficult circumstances. No one reincarnates by mistake or is born into the wrong sign. Every aspect of your birth timing is inserted into a larger divine plan, even when your human mind cannot comprehend the deeper reasons behind these choices. The challenges that seem most unfair from your current perspective may represent the exact conditions your soul deliberately selected for its highest evolution. The revelation here is that you weren't a passive recipient of your birth circumstances, but a co-creator of your soul's journey. If you're sensing truth in this deeper understanding of your birth as sacred spiritual choice, type Soul Architect in the comments if you're beginning to recognize yourself as the conscious designer of your own incarnation journey rather than its helpless victim. Now, I want to go even deeper into this topic by examining a fascinating pattern that Edgar Cayce identified in many spiritual journeys. Sometimes our souls deliberately choose birth under zodiac energies that seem to contradict our natural tendencies, creating what spiritual teachers call confrontational signs. This isn't cosmic punishment, but represents advanced soul strategy. A naturally gentle, conflict-averse spirit might specifically incarnate under fiery Aries to develop assertiveness and learn to establish healthy boundaries. A soul with many lifetimes spent wielding power and authority might choose the nurturing energy of Cancer to balance their spiritual portfolio by learning genuine care for others. This deliberate contrast between your soul's established patterns and your current zodiac placement explains those peculiar inner tensions many people experience, feeling simultaneously drawn to your sign's energy while finding certain aspects profoundly challenging. The blueprint reveals that these aren't contradictions, but precisely calibrated growth opportunities. Your zodiac sign isn't a comfortable home, but a transformative workshop where your soul has chosen to expand into new dimensions of awareness. This understanding illuminates another spiritual experience that often goes unexplained, what mystics call soul fatigue. Have you ever felt inexplicably tired of the world? Not just physically exhausted, but weary at a level that seems to transcend this lifetime. This profound existential fatigue often indicates a soul that has completed many incarnation cycles. Piscean spirits particularly experience this phenomenon, carrying in their gaze what poets describe as a longing that has no name. It's not depression in the clinical sense, but a soul-level nostalgia for spiritual home. That dimension where the soul feels completely whole, understood and free from the limitations of physical existence. If you've experienced this unnamed yearning, it doesn't mean you're failing at life. Quite the opposite. It suggests your soul has accumulated significant wisdom through numerous incarnations. This spiritual homesickness serves as a compass, gently orienting you toward higher consciousness, even while completing your earthly missions. Edgar Cayce emphasized that at the moment of birth, each soul receives the exact tools needed to fulfill its mission, not one tool too many or too few. Your zodiac sign represents one of these perfectly calibrated spiritual instruments. It doesn't rigidly determine your life's course, but rather illuminates the most likely path for your highest evolution. The remarkable revelation is that while you have free will to either resist or embrace your sign's lessons, the learning itself remains inevitable. You might take the scenic route or the direct path, but the curriculum your soul selected before birth will manifest one way or another. This explains why fighting against your sign's energy often creates suffering, while consciously engaging with its lessons, even the difficult ones, brings unexpected liberation. Your zodiac placement isn't a prison sentence, but a treasure map leading to spiritual gold that your higher self determined was exactly what your soul needs in this incarnation. If you're sensing a deeper purpose behind your zodiac placement, beyond mere personality traits, type Divine Blueprint Activated in the comments if you're beginning to recognize the cosmic intelligence behind even your most challenging traits. Now, I want to go even deeper into this topic by revealing a profound truth about soul evolution that completely transforms our understanding of the reincarnation journey. When most people imagine spiritual progression, they envision a linear path, a straight line from spiritual infancy to enlightenment. Edgar Cayce's revelations challenge this simplistic model. He taught that soul evolution follows a far more complex and nuanced pattern. The soul doesn't simply march forward in neat, predictable steps. It comes and goes, repeats cycles, revisits lessons, and sometimes deliberately restarts where it previously stumbled. This non-linear journey explains why you might feel simultaneously ancient and brand new in certain areas of life. Perhaps you possess remarkable wisdom in relationships, but struggle with basic material abundance. Or maybe you demonstrate extraordinary spiritual insight while grappling with fundamental emotional regulation. These seemingly contradictory patterns aren't accidents or failures. They're evidence of your soul's intricate developmental strategy across multiple lifetimes. Your birth sign functions not as a fixed destiny, but as a cosmic compass, pointing toward the winds of transformation most relevant for your current incarnation. This explains why astrology can feel simultaneously accurate and incomplete. It captures your current soul curriculum, but not the totality of your eternal journey. The sign you embody today represents just one chapter in your soul's vast cosmic autobiography. To understand this concept more tangibly, imagine each zodiac sign as a specialized classroom in a cosmic university. We're born into these energetic classrooms to master specific themes essential for soul evolution. Some souls enter the Aries classroom to study courage and self-assertion. Others attend Cancer's nurturing sanctuary to learn emotional intelligence and caregiving. Some require the rigorous discipline of Capricorn's lessons in responsibility, while others need the boundary-dissolving compassion of Pisces. The revelation that transforms our relationship with challenging zodiac traits is that when we fail to fully integrate a lesson, the universe doesn't punish us. It simply re-enrolls us in that same cosmic classroom until we graduate with both humility and mastery. This explains why certain patterns persist throughout your life, despite your best efforts to change them. These aren't random struggles, but precise curriculum designed to develop exactly what your soul needs for its continued evolution. This understanding illuminates why spiritually informed astrology differs fundamentally from predictive fortune-telling. True astrological wisdom isn't about forecasting future events or boxing you into limiting personality descriptions. It's a profound language of the soul that serves not to predict what will happen, but to illuminate what is already unfolding in your consciousness. It doesn't tell you what you'll become, but reminds you of where your spirit originated and the direction it's evolving toward, functioning as a subtle map of each being's sacred journey. When viewed through this spiritual lens, your birth chart transforms from mere personality profile into a sacred text, a cosmic blueprint revealing both the soul lessons you've already mastered and those you're currently integrating. If this deeper understanding of astrology as spiritual technology rather than predictive tool resonates with your own intuitive wisdom, type soul language activated in the comments. If you're beginning to recognize the zodiac as a sophisticated communication system between your higher self and your human consciousness. Now, I want to go even deeper into this topic by exploring one of the most profound spiritual mechanisms built into the zodiac system, the power of opposites. Every sign in the zodiac wheel has its polar opposite, positioned exactly halfway around the circle. Aries faces Libra, Taurus confronts Scorpio, Gemini mirrors Sagittarius, and so on. Edgar Cayce revealed that this cosmic architecture serves a critical purpose in soul evolution because your opposite sign isn't your enemy. It's actually your greatest teacher. This revelation transforms how we understand challenging relationships. When you feel intense friction with someone of your opposite sign, you're not experiencing random incompatibility, but a precisely orchestrated soul classroom. Many spirits deliberately choose to incarnate under signs that create discomfort because they intuitively understand a universal truth. Genuine transformation rarely happens in comfort zones. The qualities that irritate you most in your opposite sign often represent exactly the traits your soul needs to integrate for wholeness. This explains why Aries and Libra souls often find themselves in relationship dynamics that force growth. The direct, self-focused Aries learns balance and consideration from Libra, while the harmony-seeking Libra learns healthy self-assertion from Aries. Neither approach is wrong. Both contain wisdom the other needs. The friction between opposites isn't a cosmic mistake, but divine design for accelerated spiritual development. Just as physical muscles require resistance to strengthen, the soul requires experiences that pull it from spiritual inertia and complacency. Without challenges that stretch your capacity, spiritual growth stagnates. Your birth sign reveals exactly where this cosmic resistance training will be most intense during your incarnation. The precise qualities that will require your greatest effort to develop and integrate. For Taurus, it might be embracing change rather than clinging to security. For Gemini, it might be developing depth and commitment rather than remaining on the surface of experiences. This understanding transforms your relationship with life's difficulties. The challenges that seem most unfair or persistent aren't random misfortunes, but precisely calibrated spiritual equipment, designed to develop exactly the soul qualities you chose to strengthen in this lifetime. When you resist these challenges, growth becomes painful. When you consciously engage with them, transformation becomes powerful. Beyond these cosmic growth mechanisms, certain experiences serve as markers of an ancient soul, one that has completed many incarnation cycles. Have you ever felt a profound sense that you don't quite belong in this world? Do you sometimes understand pain you've never personally experienced? Have you encountered strangers who instantly feel like family? These aren't psychological quirks, but spiritual fingerprints of a soul that carries wisdom across the threshold of many lifetimes. For such souls, their chosen birth sign often serves not to teach new lessons, but to reawaken what's already known, but temporarily forgotten. The déjà vu moments, the inexplicable skills, the profound recognition of spiritual truths, these represent your eternal self breaking through the amnesia of incarnation, reminding your human consciousness of wisdom already earned through countless experiences across the ages. If these ancient soul markers resonate with your lived experience, type Old Soul Awakening in the comments if you sense your current challenges are actually reminding you of wisdom your higher self already possesses. Now I want to go even deeper into this topic by exploring the musical nature of your zodiac placement. Edgar Cayce revealed that every soul emanates a unique rhythm, a specific vibration, a divine frequency that reflects its particular mission. Your birth sign functions like a cosmic soundtrack accompanying your soul's movement through this incarnation, setting the tempo, establishing the key, and influencing the melody of your life journey. Some souls dance through their incarnations with lightness, perhaps the airy movements of Gemini or Libra. Others move with more strength and intensity, the powerful rhythms of Scorpio or Capricorn. But all souls, regardless of their particular sign, are ultimately seeking the same fundamental resonance, that pure vibration of inner truth that liberates the spirit from illusion. This explains why certain music, sounds, or environments feel like home to you. They're vibrating at frequencies that match your soul's authentic rhythm. The revelation that transforms your relationship with your birth sign is understanding that you aren't fundamentally defined by it. You're not a Taurus or a Leo in your eternal essence. You're in that sign, wearing it like specialized clothing for a specific role in this lifetime's journey. In previous incarnations, you've worn different zodiac energies. In future lives, you'll embody still others. But through all these cosmic costume changes, the immortal spirit within you remains constant, evolving, maturing, expanding in awareness, and always returning to the central lesson of love. This perspective liberates you from the limiting mindset that reduces your infinite potential to 12 personality categories. The zodiac isn't a prison of predetermined traits, but a classroom of specific energies your soul has chosen to work with during this particular incarnation. When you understand this, your relationship with your birth sign transforms from limitation into liberation. Perhaps the most profound revelation in Edgar Cayce's teaching is that the entire cosmos exists not just externally, but internally. If you could truly see yourself as you are in spiritual reality, you would recognize that the night sky, with its vast constellation of stars, is actually a reflection of what exists within your own consciousness. Each zodiac sign represents a star in your internal constellation, a specific quality of divine light manifesting through your unique awareness. When this understanding fully dawns, something remarkable happens. You stop living on spiritual autopilot, mechanically reacting to life circumstances. You begin living with profound meaning and purpose, because you finally comprehend that something greater than random chance is guiding your experience. The seemingly arbitrary details of your birth reveal themselves as precisely calibrated instruments in a cosmic symphony of awakening. The ultimate purpose of understanding your birth sign isn't becoming the textbook definition of your zodiac energy, it's transcending the sign altogether. True spiritual evolution doesn't mean becoming the perfect Virgo or the ideal Aquarius. It means fully absorbing the lessons that specific zodiac energy offers until those qualities become so integrated that you no longer need the cosmic training wheels. You simply are pure spirit, divine light, an instrument of universal love flowing without resistance or limitation. And one day, when your soul completes its journey through the wheel of reincarnation, the cosmic puzzle will suddenly make perfect sense. You'll understand the divine purpose behind each painful experience, each meaningful encounter, each zodiac placement. Everything will fit together in a tapestry of meaning that transcends your current comprehension. If you're sensing this deeper purpose behind your zodiac placement, type Cosmic Awakening in the comments. If you're beginning to recognize that your birth sign is just one chapter in your soul's eternal story. As we reach this moment of reflection together, I'm struck by how the cosmic blueprint of your birth month represents just one beautiful facet of your soul's eternal journey. This understanding isn't just theoretical knowledge, it's a living invitation to view your challenges, relationships, and unique traits through the lens of purposeful spiritual evolution. If this exploration of your soul's journey through the zodiac has illuminated something within you, perhaps explaining patterns you've always sensed but couldn't quite articulate, I'd love for you to be part of our spiritual community here. Subscribe to join us on this path of awakening, where we regularly explore the hidden wisdom that connects ancient spiritual teachings to your everyday experience. The insights Edgar Cayce shared about our birth months reveal that nothing in your life is random, not your challenges, not your gifts, not even the timing of when you encountered this message. If you feel this cosmic timing was meant specifically for you, leave a comment saying, "My soul remembers, so I know this message found its way to the right spiritual seeker." Your like on this video helps others on similar spiritual journeys find these teachings during their moments of questioning. Each interaction creates ripples of awareness that extend far beyond what we can see. I've created a special exploration of how your recurring dreams connect to your past lives that perfectly complements today's journey. Click the video appearing now to continue unraveling the mysteries of your soul's ancient wisdom. Our conversation continues there, where we'll dive into how your subconscious mind holds keys to memories from centuries past.